Hey Stephanie, good morning. Hey Nicole, how are you? How's your back? Hey Miss Fushi. Hey Deidre. This is the actual road that goes over I-75, right? Just up from the rest stop. See it right there? This will be a busy weekend, nice weather. Everybody's going up to their north place, see the colors, that kind of thing. Yeah, it'd be Michigan. It'd be exit 212 on I-75. You're looking at the overpass. That's both lanes of I-75 going underneath this road. Hey, Kalani. Hello, Kathy. And that's Daisy right there. Hey, Faye, how you doing? I sent you an email. Daisy just likes watching traffic. You want to get outside and do a pee-pee? Or do you want to stay in here? You want to do pee-pee or stay in here? You want to do pee-pee? Hey, Laura. I got you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Michigan, yep. Yeah, it's a beautiful view. Hey, Vance, how are you? Yeah, I'm going to go there any day. I don't know when I'm going to shove off exactly. I'm all packed to go. Can you see the colors of the trees? There's Daisy. Yeah, they do, Jody. You're right. Yep. Oh, do you? Oh, cool. Do you go check out the city while you're there? Hey, Blue Malibu. Hey, Chris. Yeah, it's a great view. Great all year long. As far as I know, what I could read, it doesn't seem to me that those people were capable of doing what they were planning on doing to the governor. I think it was just a bunch of, lowlifes talking shit, and they're going to run with it on a prosecution just to show that they're out there doing their jobs. But that's my opinion. You ought to go up to northern Michigan. Look up Mackinac Island, Traverse City, Petoskey. Some beautiful areas in northern Michigan. You can make it up there in like 3 hours from the airport. Oh, she's good. Hey, Pam. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're flying, huh? Okay. Even are you flying now? Or are you furloughed? Oh, okay. Yeah, boy, it's really unfortunate for the airline business. That business, my whole life, when I was growing up, I had a couple buddies that became pilots, and then I got into aviation myself, and now I know a lot of pilots, although I haven't been active in flying in a long time. But that business has always been like that, since the 60s and 70s. There's always feast or famine. Either the airlines was hiring and they couldn't find enough people, or you couldn't get a job no matter how many hours and time and type you had. I was reading an article last night, Faye, on blood pressure and it affects on kidneys if it goes untreated and it's too high. I didn't know that. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, sure have, Mark. Yep. Yeah, I have. Yep. Oh, big time, man. This COVID is like, I don't want to like get people riled up about it, so I just will shut up about it. Nobody, I don't even watch the news anymore because you feel like taking a damn Prozac after you watch it. I mean, I can remember the days, even when you didn't like the other candidate, they were respectful people. Great guy. I just wouldn't vote for him. And now it's just a clown fest. Yeah, out of control diabetes, yep. Did you ever read any of those articles on beta cell damage and trigger incidents during a course of a birth, maybe a young person's life, an infection, and how you can be on the road to becoming a type 1 diabetic? Oh, did you? Oh, okay. Trazodone will work, although I found that it makes you kind of groggy during the daytime. Yeah, well, you got to go with what you feels right. I mean, when I went to college, I mean, I knew I'd probably go, but it wasn't like, I mean, it was real iffy. I'm sure nobody else thought I was going to go. First, I went to a junior college, just dicked around, had fun, barely. Junior colleges don't have any entrance requirements. I didn't know that until about 20 years ago. And I remember when I got my letter of acceptance, I thought it was a big deal that these people must have seen behind my poor grades and decided to admit a good student. How's that for being naive? So I dinked around there, dropped out a couple times, and then right before I turned 21, I thought, well, it's now or never, so I headed off to a 4-year school, and I worked and lived there and ended up getting a 4-year degree, which was a total joke. I bet I didn't study 20 hours the whole time I was in college. Of course, I do have a Bachelor of Science, believe it or not, instead of a Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice, which is like about as worthless as you can get. But what it did allow me to do was to get a license as a private detective rather than working for somebody for $10 an hour for 3 years to meet the work experience requirement. So it wasn't that bad. I mean, tuition was cheap back then. I mean, nobody liked paying it, but man, when I was a college kid, we all had new cars, living on our own, going to school, working part-time. It was great. Now all those jobs that we had back then are trying to support families on parents that can't get jobs. Yeah, I believe that, Faye. I don't think I could have handled the classes online thing. I mean, you never know what it's like anything, we discuss. You never know how you're going to respond until you're there, until you're really in the trenches. But I don't think I'd have done very well. Oh, that's cool, Kalani. I mean, at college, I would look at it differently now than when I went to college. I mean, there's no way in hell I would lay out $100,000 or whatever it costs to get that bullshit degree I have. I'll bet it's more than that now. It makes sense to go to college if you have to have it for licensing, like a nurse, or you want to be an attorney, or you want to be a doctor or something like that. I mean, there's no way around it, but criminal justice, sociology, art, history, you'd have to either be rich or have rocks in your head to get a degree in art. I don't know if you're familiar with Khan, Faye. Khan, Khan Academy. It's totally free. It's from babies all the way up to people taking professional tests like the MCAT, DCAT, ECFMG, all free. And they somehow, and I don't know how they do this, they make learning fun on there. Actually, I didn't know them personally, but I know of 2 instances where people used Khan completely to raise their children. One's going to Harvard and one's going to Stanford. Now, that's a great sounding story, but the parents were really bright too. My point is, they didn't depend at all on any outside schooling. It was all done through Khan. Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, I never, I didn't go to like a good school. I never got in, or even a Big Ten school where they had like, nationally ranked football teams. I had girlfriends that went to good colleges, but I never went to one. I was always in some half-ass place for like lower echelon blue-collar people, which I'm fine with. Oh, good for you. Yeah, I never really been into school that much, to tell you the truth. If it's even stuff I like aviation and stuff, I got a weird way of learning things, and it isn't through a traditional format. Oh, Marquette's a good school. And you look at like some of these think tanks and some of these colleges that with these huge endowments. I'm not saying that they don't do any good, but they're not really changing things. Poverty's still crazy. Drug addiction's out of this world. Economy's falling apart. Got world crisis with violence. So nobody's got a market on making things better. You can go up to the University of Michigan, you can get an undergraduate degree, then you can get your master's and your PhD, and you can come out and you can get a job for the federal government or the state, and you can run around and hand out lunches on a Friday or tell anybody that the sky's the limit. But the reality of it is, it's a big giant question mark with low batting averages. I'll tell you what I'm reading, starting to read, is this American Indian deal. This is just a mystery to me. I knew there was issues, but not to the extent that I've read about. I mean, their child abuse, alcoholism is just a part of it. Illiteracy, dysfunction, violence, poverty. And like everybody, nobody really says too much about it, which I really can't figure out. Yeah, that's right. Yep, that's exactly it. A B movie actor yet. Yeah, it's a good idea, Kalani. Good for you. And the older I get, the less I think there's a casual link. It's like YouTube. There's a casual link between subscribers and viewers. But just because you have a lot of subscribers doesn't mean you get a lot of views. And just because you have views doesn't mean you're going to get a lot of subscribers. And I'm not convinced that intelligence has anything to do with going to college. I mean, you'd have a better sample of people probably, IQ-wise. But there's some real idiots out there. No, it's not a happy subject. The thing that I can't understand is, everybody's acting like, why don't these people get their lives together? But then if you read the DSM, which is a definition of psychiatric and diagnoses through the medical community and social work, blah, 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 it's basically a reimbursement schedule for insurance companies, but they list different psychiatric issues, that kind of thing. And if you look at the way Indians were treated, or treated now, I'm not talking about 125 or 150 years ago, and you look at these diagnoses and you understand what like poverty does, no hope, alcohol, drugs, and it goes on and on and on for generations, and people have the nerve to wonder why Indians drink. Well, if everybody else, including the white guy, is drinking because of that, why are they surprised that the Indian is? They're acting like it's some thing that they've cornered the market on just because they're Indians, which I'm finding is not true. It's sold as just an irresponsible group rather than a culture that's been trashed. My back still bothers me. I'll have a day where it's pretty good and then like 2 days where it's bothering me. Yeah, I think they're up to 5 now. Maybe they have a 6. When that first came out, they even miscategorized women's periods. And there's a couple publications on how inaccurate it is, which I kind of tend to believe because really it's just nomenclature and it's a way to identify a diagnosis. Back in the day, you could go to a psychologist and have insurance, and you'd go there the rest of your life because nobody knew exactly what you had and how to treat it. And this is supposed to alleviate that. Basically, it keeps insurance companies from getting ripped off. You just, you've got to identify the problem, a method of treatment, progress notes, and hopefully a discharge. And if you look at a lot of those definitions, they're broad. It's like the RICO Act where they charge people with crimes. Very broad. So basically, it's like an international trade zone down around the Detroit River. Say, well, where is it? And where does it start and where does it end? Good question. And it's designed that way because if it is, then they can pick up and detain anybody they want for any reason at any time. If you knew where it was, they wouldn't be able to do that. Which is kind of what law enforcement is having a difficult time with now in Michigan. If you smell marijuana in a car now, that's not probable cause to search it. That was a giant gun in the arsenal of weapons for cops pulling people over on traffic stops. And it's gone now. So you pull over a car now, they're smoking marijuana. You say, well, would you mind if I have a look in your car? And you say, yeah, I would. I don't want you doing it. Big game changer. Oh, yeah. Stone Mountain. That's true, John, yeah. That's what it is. That's true. I think you're right on that, BJ. I was reading some stuff on the internet a while ago, and I thought this was interesting. And there was a lady talking on there. She was black, and she said that white people are really super interested in black history. When they're on vacation, they go to places where they had underground railroads and black museums. She said it's the blacks that they intermingle with, they have a problem with. And I thought to myself, there's probably an element of truth to that. Whites like black history and have a problem with some blacks. And I'm generalizing now. And I thought, you know what, you may be right. Because all you got to do when I do an interview on YouTube, if you want to find out, don't believe what you read about sexism and age discrimination and race discrimination and all this kind of stuff, gender discrimination. You're thinking it's a bunch of bullshit, the government needs to mind their own business. Well, all you got to do is look at the videos that I upload. Old people, young people, good-looking people, not so attractive people, black, white, transgender. And look who gets the views just based on a thumbnail. If you looked at 100 of my interviews, you're going to look on that photo, and that's how you're going to determine if you want to click on it, because it seems interesting to you. And it's pretty obvious what's interesting to people, because they're not getting rewarded, they're not getting paid. They are getting kept track of, though. And when I look at the views and what draws attention and what, I guess you could say, sells, if that's what you're looking for and that's how you consider a successful channel, well, I know how to do it. It's a no-brainer. Yeah, 202 is Alger. That's just south of the speed trap, which is at 204. Oh, do they? Maya, I was just over there the other day. That's it, Jody. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, unfair history. I struggle with that sometimes, too. I mean, how far do you go back to try and remedy these things? I mean, I guess you can't do it. You can't just do nothing. But if you look at a guy like me, I come from, people in Scotland that stayed there and Irish that immigrated that picked potatoes. And if I went in and I said, hey, my heritage, they really struggled over in this country and I'd like to get an interest-deferred loan to college, they'd laugh. And I wonder sometimes if the Indians have been left out because they weren't turned into slaves. It was, and that's the issue. But, I mean, what's going on here with these people getting ignored? I mean, they're still using their damn faces for mascots and college logos. And when they score a touchdown, have someone run around with a headdress banging on a drum. I mean, it doesn't get any more insulting than that. Hey, Melodic. I don't think I'm going to go over there because the signal's so shitty now. I'm surprised it's working here today. Like, look at the job you got, Melodic. I mean, 40 years ago, if people would have told you, don't take that job, you're going to end up working there, there's better things, get a degree. It's not like that anymore. You're probably making more now than most college graduates are going to make 2 years after they start, minus the student loan payment. Yeah, the people in the Florida Indians have been treated better. Canada treats the Indians crappy. Michigan seems to be okay. The western states, terrible. Eastern states, great. Good for you. The $50,000 question is, could you stand to do that for 30 years? That's another thing. The Gators get a raw deal down in Florida, too. I mean, they've already taken over the whole east side of the state. So if you get down around, if you start getting, as the state narrows down around West Palm Beach, all the way down to the tip, down around Homestead, there's not much land left. So they keep building westward and infringing on the Everglades. And then when an alligator has no place to go and crawls in someone's swimming pool, they shoot it. Not cool at all. No, you're right, Kalani. Where were you flying? What kind of plane were you flying when you were flying? Yeah, regional pilot jobs. It's like apples and oranges. It's better than it used to be. It pays more now than ever, but it's not like flying for the big guys. And the only reason for that is because the regional jets are flying in and out all the small airports in the crappy weather. People have been sold such a bill of goods on like skill levels and flying. Oh, that's cool. I mean, they're a great airplane, man. I always thought how cool it'd be to have one and just keep it private. I mean, they're fast as hell. Nah, I think I'm gonna get some stuff done around home, hopefully. There's a guy on an Indian motorcycle. Do you keep current, or did you just fly for your job? Do you fly on the side? Like, do you rent anything or have a 172 or anything? Yeah, I think so, Jody. Yep. Oh, are you? Oh, that's cool. I was just looking up rates to rent a plane the other day, and it's crazy now what they want to rent a plane. Part of the problem is there's only about 3 companies actually writing general aviation insurance. So you can get all the quotes you want, you're paying a ton of money. Oh, is it? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, general aviation, if you look at the numbers, it's so down in the tubes. And Sun and Fun and Oshkosh getting canned. I bet there's a bunch of companies that couldn't survive a year of no income. You ever go to Oshkosh or Sun and Fun? Oh, good for you, LA. There's a lot of good aviation channels on YouTube. Fun to watch. Kalani, how much total time do you have? Yeah, they have those, yep. No, I said that all along. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, I love Milwaukee. I think it's a great town. Oshkosh, a neat town, too. I love the whole state of Wisconsin. Yeah, raising kids is hard to do. Yeah, I got my coffee, yep. There's a Daisy girl. That's my Daisy girl. She's just been eating the lamb, duck, and chicken off her rawhide, not eating the rawhide. You feeling good, Daisy? Yeah, I'm going to be getting down there, yep. Oh, really, LA? That's cool. That's cool. You ought to move to Milwaukee. It's better than where you're living now. It's a good city. Boy, I can't believe the number of campers everywhere. Now, you don't I don't think it's a law you have to see out the back of your car. I don't think it is. Yeah, those are nice ones, aren't they? Oh, good for you. Which one? Which restaurant? Hey, Share Bear, how you doing? Oh, food flavoring. Oh, that's cool. Same to you, Jennifer. Don't worry about it, Cindy. Who cares what's behind you? You're not driving in reverse. Yeah, Wisconsin's a good state. A lot of beautiful areas. Yeah, Pop, you're right. Oh, that's cool. Good. Yeah, but you're not going to do anything about it if they're not stopping, so you might as well not see it. Oh, thanks, Melodic. Yeah, I've been to Hawaii, yep. I liked it. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Cindy, I got my band's full this time. I might have to go to Dearborn and then come back out to you to get it. I can't fit anything in here. I don't even think I have a place to fit my suitcase. I'm going to have to put it in like a leather bag. Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I got bored too. Actually, their beaches are crappy. It's super expensive. It's all commercialized. Yeah, I am coming to Kentucky. I'm coming down there around Thanksgiving. Pine Knot. I'm going to go to Pine Knot. Hey, Dirty, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be fun down there. It's like got the worst poverty in the whole country. Yeah, it's a good idea, Cindy. Oh, that's cool, Mike. Mount Pleasant's a good town. Hey, JP. I don't know how Western's working it or Central, how they're working it with if kids are in class or what. All I can say, I'm glad I'm not going to college now. Oh, well, I couldn't do that at home learning. All right, Melodic, you have a good day today. Go down to the taco place where you got to eat in your car. Yeah, it's true, Cindy. Hey, Lost Souls, how you doing? Anybody stalking you, or you been okay? Yeah, it is, JP. Yep. Oh, the wind and the sea. All right. Good for you. Oh yeah, it will. Yep. Yeah, you're right, Mike. I agree with you. I sure as hell I hope I don't catch it, man. I mean, that thing is a bitch. And even after you get over it, you have problems. Yeah, white stones. That's it, John. Yep. They were sheep. Old Daisy be chasing them. How long does that take you to get to Milwaukee, Faye? Yeah, that's right, Mike. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta get some interviews. I'm getting bored with like the stuff I've been uploading. Oh, good, Connie. Welcome. Yep. Yeah, it's true, Mary. You're right. All right, Mike. Have a good day. All right, well, you guys have a good day today. I'll be on later tonight. Daisy be on later tonight, huh? Oh, good for you. Well, have a good day, everybody. Daisy's had a good day already. You too, Laura. You could probably just subscribe and you'll get a notice when it comes on. All right, LA. See you, Tilly. See you, Rachel.